So hello everyone, welcome to my channel in which I share the Blox Fruit breakdowns, so watch the complete video for the real guidance. Every Blox Fruits player begins their journey the exact same way. Level 1. Excited, motivated, ready to grind. You take your first mission, start punching bandits, and everything feels easy. You complete a few quests, level up fast, move to the next island, and that early rush of progress feels incredible. For a moment, you truly believe you're becoming stronger. And you are. But that feeling doesn't last forever. You defeat your first boss, the Gorilla King, travel to Pirate Village, and suddenly things start to feel different. The grind becomes slower. The pirates have way more HP than your damage can handle. Every NPC starts taking longer to kill. The excitement fades. The burnout creeps in. Some players quit right here. Others keep going, forcing themselves to grind, but eventually, they quit too. Because every new island increases the struggle. Smaller XP gains, harder quests, tankier enemies, and progress that feels almost pointless. And today, here on Blox Breakdowns, we're diving into the real truth behind Blox Fruits progression. Not to hate the game, but to break down the struggles every player secretly knows. The first C looks simple, but it's one of the most misleading experiences in the entire game. The XP isn't terrible, but it isn't good either. If you're experienced, you can survive it easily, but surviving isn't the same as enjoying it. Every island follows the exact same formula. You arrive, talk to the quest giver, and hear the same instruction again and again: kill 8 NPCs. You complete the quest, repeat it dozens of times, move to the next island, and do the same thing all over again. The fun slowly disappears, replaced by routine, but the grind becomes addictive because you think you're building towards something big. But most players don't make it past this point. Look at the stats. Only 0.7% of players ever reach second C. Only 0.5% make it to third C. That means more than 99% of players quit before seeing the best content in the game. And the reason is simple. The grind doesn't respect your time. If you don't have a good fruit, if you're stuck with sand or dark, the mastery requirements feel insane. You perform dozens of quests just to unlock a single new move, and when you finally unlock it, the damage is barely different. Meanwhile, players with money can buy whatever fruit they want. Kitsune, Buddha, anything powerful. Free-to-play players are left hoping for light fruit, and even that is rare. Getting a legendary or mythical fruit in first C is almost impossible. Mythicals. Forget it. You need a miracle. The NPCs create more problems. Their HP is too high. They're spread too far apart. There aren't enough of them. Their respawn time is painfully slow. And the first C barely has anything interesting besides repetitive quests. The content is outdated, untouched for years, and it shows. Everything stacks against new players, and that's why most never escape the first C. And then comes second C, which somehow feels worse. The first thing you notice is the XP margin. You pick up your next quest, complete it, and your XP bar moves by only 3 to 5%. Progress becomes invisible. The NPCs are even farther apart, surrounded by obstacles that make grouping them impossible. You can only gather 2 or 3 at a time. You repeat this multiple times just to finish a single quest. The respawn timer, 20 to 30 seconds. Over time, those small pauses add up. A respawn time of 10 or 15 seconds would completely change the experience, but instead, everything drags. You're told to kill 8 NPCs, but only 5 even spawn. You kill them, wait a half minute, and kill the remaining 3. One quest can take a minute and a half, sometimes 2 minutes, and you get only 1 level. It feels absurd. And if you don't have the right fruit, second C becomes a nightmare. Buddha or a few awakened fruits are basically the only viable options. Anything else feels like torture. Bosses make it worse. They take half an hour to an hour to spawn, and then die in 10 seconds. Good luck getting rewards. The grind becomes painfully slow. Even with Buddha and a strong fighting style, you can feel it. Constant dashing from quest to quest, doing the same repetitive actions for hours. It's exhausting. Second C has trading, events, puzzles, raids, and cool features, but none of that fixes the core issue. The grind is slow, repetitive, and heavier than the first C ever was. And then, the third C. This is where most players either commit or quit forever. The grind becomes brutal, the quests take longer, the NPCs are stronger, farther apart, and impossible to group. Respawn timers are still around 30 seconds. You're killing 8 NPCs but only 5 spawn. You're forced to kill them one by one because their HP is massive. Without Buddha, everything feels painfully slow. Bosses spawn every 30 to 45 minutes, but bots kill them instantly. Bots are everywhere. Sea of Treats, Haunted Castle. You can't join a single server without running into scripted characters speed killing everything. You hop server after server, praying to find one without bots. The grind becomes repetitive madness. Pick quest, kill NPCs, return quest, repeat, repeat, repeat. One quest takes 2 full minutes for one level. XP gains sometimes feel like 1 or 2%. If you dare use a non-meta fruit, your sanity melts. This is why most players never reach max level. You rarely see anyone beyond 2,500 or 2,600. Max level players are rare because the grind never changes. Every new island repeats the same pattern with higher HP enemies and slower rewards. The challenge stops being fun and turns into pure exhaustion. So how do we fix this? The first solution is simple. Increase XP gain. Without double XP, players get 1 level every 2 minutes. With double XP, maybe 2 levels. Imagine if quests gave 25 to 30% XP and bosses gave 50% more. And to stop players from farming outdated quests forever, copy King Legacy's system. If you're 100 or 200 levels above a quest, it stops giving XP. Only mastery and money remain. That pushes players forward without breaking the game. Next, reduce NPC respawn times to 10 seconds. Reduce boss timers to 15 to 20 minutes. Give players a fair chance. Instead of giving NPCs huge HP bars, give them unique moves, unique visuals, unique personality. Most NPCs still use combat animations from 2019. Add lore to quests. Give players a reason to care. Reduce the number of NPCs per quest or increase the amount that spawn. Keep them groupable, not too far, not too close. Finally, add more content. Fishing was a step in the right direction, expand on it. Give players alternative ways to level up that don't require endless killing. And if any developers are somehow watching this, the community has been begging for these changes for years. And to all of you watching Blox Breakdowns, I appreciate every single one of you. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.